Hey guys, now I'm playing some more City Skylines Mass Transit, and well, we are back. Do we have another rocket yet? Oh, we do. Fancy. Fancy fans. We can launch another rocket today. Doesn't really do much, but you get a lot of visitors, and I don't know, maybe I'll make some money. Is that a big thing for tourism, do you suppose? Where's the outside connections? Tourism. Yeah, big thing for tourism. Look at that shit. A lot of tourists. That's nice. A lot of tourists on planes. I guess this is just tourist tracking. Oh, this is cool. This is like Big Brother. Look, I can just find where they are. Got immigrants there and there and... No one's seeing their families, which is depressing. They're all in like hotels and shit. That sucks. Anyway. Alright, let's build some shops. Let's do some shit. Where was I? Was I building like cool hotels and shit at some point? Last episode? I don't remember. It's been a little while. As my life becomes perpetually more busy. But hopefully not so busy soon. Cause I got, my dissertation will be done soon, although we got a week extension. You may have heard in Britain there were strikes by the lecturers, and yeah, so they took some, basically the government was like, yeah, we're going to cut your pensions, and they were like, nope, and then they took some strikes. So we got an extension, which is good, like a week or something. People were really angry, like you don't expect it, like at uni you kind of think everyone's so like fake communist or whatever that they're going to be like, yeah, we support you. You know, the government's fucking you, but no, it's like, they're okay with it right up until it's like it affects them. Right up until, it, you know, they have to deal with it, you know. Yeah, so there was loads of people complaining and be like, you just took your fucking time off. Someone like, projected onto the side of my uni, institution, you don't know the name because I'm hiding, but like institution, rest in peace, used to care about education. It's like, dude, they were taking their pensions, you fucking assholes. It was just like such a weird reaction, and everyone's, yeah, and I guess people started asking for extensions. I personally didn't because I don't care. Like, the thing with it is, I think it's just an excuse to get an extension. We, like, especially for our dissertations that we're doing this year, you know, it doesn't take that much contact time. Like, you talk to a lecturer, you talk to your, like, supervisor, you know, every week, and most of them actually just met with us anyway through the strikes, so, you know, it was cool, but everyone's asking for extensions, because they're scared. But the thing with extensions is, like, yeah, you could have another week, but you've just gotta do it, man. Like, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, it doesn't make a difference. You've just gotta do it. But anyway, no, I'm pretty happy. Get a little more time, so yeah. Anyway, that is my life right now. Actually, no, my life currently is preparing for a job interview. I got a big scary one of them. Big scary job interview where I gotta go interview, and I had to buy a suit. I had to go and buy a suit. I don't know my measurements. And the weird thing, okay, so I think I have a bigger than average neck. So whenever I buy a shirt, I can never close the top button. I was at a funeral and I couldn't close my top button, so I couldn't really wear a tie, so I looked kind of like an asshole at the funeral. And like, so I went and bought a thing. I bought a whole new shirt because I knew none of my other ones fit, because I don't really wear shirts that much anymore, because programming is something you can only really do in comfortable clothes. I don't really have a problem wearing suits. I kind of like how they look, but you can't write code in suits, and that's what I do, so I rarely wear smart clothes. Anyway, so yeah, I went and bought a new suit. It was like super cheap. I think I got like the whole thing and a suit bag for £128. So not bad. But the shirt I bought for like 30 quid, the neck thing doesn't fit me. It fits me perfectly. It's my perfect measurements, except the neck is too tight. So I had to go buy another shirt today for like 20 quid. So now I'm poor as fuck. And the neck closes, but it's massive. So I've got to, you know, balance. I've got to pick between my tie not looking like shit because the neck's open, or having like the baggiest fucking shirt in the world. Which is annoying. I don't know why. I think I have a bigger than average neck for my size, which is annoying. Maybe I just am shit at getting measurements, you know. Maybe there probably is a shirt that fits me perfectly. It's just hard to find in just like normal shops. I should go to a tailor, but I'm well, I'm not really rich enough for a tailor right now. One day I will. One day I'll get a really nice suit, and it'll be great. Alright, but yeah, so yeah, update on Tape's life. But yeah, I got a job, I've got to get a job. If I get this job, I get to do my training in Belfast, which is cool, because I've never been to Belfast. And I'm hoping that the Irish don't hate British people as much as TV would have you think. But anyway, Well, yeah, anyway. Any power lines that can be deleted? Yeah. I was looking through some of the comments of my old City Skylines stuff, and I got one, like, yelling at me for putting in solar power, like, the solar power lie, and about how it takes more energy to make solar panels than it does than they actually produce, and it's like, that's not been true for, like, 10 years. And then a bunch of other just, like, facile arguments, and it's like, okay, right, I don't know why you hate solar power, but, yeah, it's overall net good for the environment. Not perfect, but pretty good. Yeah, well, it's one of those things that'll just sort of hopefully happen, like, not the end of the world, but we'll see. But I want to stray away from, that's not a political topic, but I want to stray away from anything slightly political today, because I've been talking about politics a lot in the last episodes, and it's boring, you know? Maybe it's not boring, but there's too much of it. It's like, okay, shut up. I get this from everywhere else. I don't need it from you, and I don't need it from me either. I don't want to be part of the 24-hour news cycle, you know? Just reporting to you on what nothing thing happened in the White House. Yeah, but we do have some big news. I got round to watching Thor Ragnarok. So I've been talking about Marvel movies a lot recently because I've been kind of burned out on them. They've been kind of a bit too samey. But I've been really hyped for Infinity War, because that looks fucking amazing. But so yeah, I watched Thor Ragnarok. I was like, okay, let's rent this on Amazon. Let's give it a watch. And it was good. I knew it would be. It looked like a really good film. But I have to say, it did actually. It was actually not that samey. I have to say that it was very not like a lot of Marvel movies. I think it was maybe rated like slightly higher, maybe not R-rated, but like PG-13 or something. So they could kind of talk more conversationally, because in a kid's film you can't really do conversational talk because it doesn't really work, because that's not how people talk, you know? Like, Thor could call someone a son of a bitch and say stuff like that, and it's like, okay. But I have to say, though, that the conversational element to Thor Ragnarok, I'm not going to spoil the film, but it's the thing about it is all the dialogue's very conversational, and it's really funny at first, and it's like, this is new. Usually it's all like, we've got to go and kill we've got to do the thing. I'm Thor, son of Odin. I am not to fear. I'm Captain America. And it's all very, like, you know, superhero-y. But this was just, like, Thor hanging out, doing shit, and it was kind of, it was funny, although it did get a bit annoying. Like, it went, I'm reviewing quite an old film now, but hey, whatever. I'm going to start reviewing films, like, 6 months after they come out. Like, people review films when they come out, and they review really old films. I'm doing neither of that. I'm reviewing films you've probably already seen. But anyway, Thor Ragnarok. The conversational thing. Someone's talking over me. You bitch. Alright. Yeah, the conversational thing got a little old, and it did slow down a bit in the middle. But I have to say, I think overall it was a really good film. It was my favorite one I've seen in a while. Definitely better than Thor Dark World. That was a bit... I liked it, but it wasn't great. And yeah, and now I know about the eye thing. That he lost its eye, and anyway, yeah. If I say much more about the cool stuff, it'll probably spoil it. But if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's funny. It's a different kind of, not a different kind of Marvel movie, but it's a little different. It's very vibrant as well. The CG is really well done. It's the best I've seen in a lot of Marvel movies recently. It's gotten a little bland. I think the Black Panther stuff looked a bit like, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I think it's generally pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Infinity War. I think that's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, talking to movies though, I heard that 3D movies are finally dying. Which is good, because 3D movies are stupid. Who the fuck wants to watch a movie in, like... The thing with 3D movies, right, is... When they first, like, came out in, like, the 80s and 90s, in the 80s they were shit, and then in the 90s they did some fun stuff with, like, IMAXs where, you know, it would be made to be 3D, things would come out of the screen, it'd, like, shock you, it was kind of like a theme park attraction, and it was like, oh, this is cool, and then they were like, guess what, guys? We've figured it out so that we can do 3D with every movie. Every movie you're gonna see in the cinema is gonna be 3D. And it was like, oh, cool, that sounds fun. Maybe they'll do some cool shit with it. And then Avatar came out and made $1 trillion, quadrillion, bazillion dollars, and it was like, oh, 3D is good. But the thing with the 3D in the cinemas is it was just like kind of a bit too layered. Like, yeah, you could see the background a little better, and it was like had a little bit of perspective, but it wasn't like a better viewing experience. And you had to wear the glasses, so it ruined every film because you keep flipping the glasses down. So yeah, it was just dumb as fuck. And whenever we talk about going to see a movie with my friends and stuff, I'd be like, let's not see it in 3D. It's pointless. It's more expensive. It's shit. And it's worse. It's more expensive and it's worse. And then it'd be always like, dude, but like Hulk hands coming out of the screen. And it's like, that's not going to happen. When have you ever seen a 3D movie in the last 10 years where stuff comes out of the screen? And it's like, Hawkeye's arrows are going to come right at me. And obviously it didn't. It was just like, oh look, that building looks like it's behind this building. That's kind of funny. Now I'm going to forget that this exists and be sad that I paid more money. And it was fucking stupid. So I'm very glad that last year they made a lot less money on 3D movies. So I fucking hate 3D movies. My great auntie went to see one and she like got like psychosis from it because it was also made you feel sick. Like it was shit. It was yeah. I don't know. Oh, well, it's just a marketing scheme, right? They could charge more for the tickets. What's your problem? You don't have enough something? Not enough customers! My god, man. Well, get more then, I guess. Are the hotels okay? Is Trump Tower alright? Trump Tower isn't alright here. It caught fire. Jesus. Oh, getting too political adjacent, Peter. Back up. No. Anywho. Oh, I need parks. I've been putting in parks forever. I always forget, like, 2 or 3 things at a time. So sometimes I'll oh my god, schools! I was just gonna say, sometimes I'll forget schools, realizing I haven't put a new school in a fucking long time. There's no education problem though, is there? That's probably a good thing. It probably de-educated the populace a little bit. Oh no, they're still fine. Yeah, I'll put in a few more. Well, people are still getting to school. I'll put in a couple more, like, schools and shit. It's been like 10 episodes since I last put in a school. I suck at this so bad. Are there any more houses? Yeah, you've got a school. You get a school. You get a school. Everybody gets a school. Man, I hope Oprah doesn't run for president. Just get a boring person to run for president. Not politics, just talking about how boring people should be presidents. Anyway. But no, I do really think that, like, celebrities should stop talking about running for president. It's like, no, The Rock, you're the best person ever, but you would be a terrible president. Like, what qualifications do you have? I mean, honestly, if there was a natural disaster, I mean, he'd sort out Puerto Rico by himself. But, yeah. Alright. Okay. But no. We just need another boring person, you know, just a guy. Just a guy who no one really likes and just sort of does shit a bit. We just go back to complaining, you know. It'd be great. Anyway. Okay, there's some schools. There's no buses here. Oh, fuck. I don't know where I put the primary schools. Yeah, I'll figure it out. You know what? At this point, these people are on their own. Alright, put some more flats in, you know. Put some more apartments. Alright. And there we go. And alright. Oh, I got a follow-up to that Carnival Cruises story I told, like last episode. I was talking about how, like, there was this... You can go watch the episode if you're really interested, but basically this guy had the Snapchat handle of Carnival Cruises, and then... And then, like, they wanted the handle, so they gave him a free, like, $5,000 cruise, and it was all fun. Someone pointed out last time that Carnival Cruises is actually like one of the worst polluters, and it's like really bad for you to be on their cruises. I was like, oh, nothing could be good in this world. You can't have a fun story about a guy getting a free cruise before you know, oh, now he's got lung cancer, and yeah, that's how the world goes, you know. It sucks. It sucks. I don't know. People complain about the world a lot, but I gotta say, you know, it's a lot better than it's the best it's ever been. Like, I think people should just be really fucking grateful that, you know, when you want food, you don't have to go and find a deer and then run for like an hour and then beat it to death and then just eat it there with you. You bring it back to your family, throw it on a fire and eat it. And then also just like when you walk into your work at murdering animals with hands. Animals with hands. I meant murdering the animals with your hands, not like animals who have hands. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, anyway, Anyway, yeah, so when you walk into your work as a hunter, you don't get, like, just murdered by a fucking lion, you know? We all complain about the world a lot, but I think we should just be happy that 90% of our day isn't just like, oh, fuck, that's a hyena, and then just running, you know? Oh, yeah. I mean, I would suck at that. Like, I would have to get one of those lame jobs. You know how when you watch, like, 300, there's a bunch of, like, soldiers who are just soldiers, and that's like all they do, and then the women do the work. But then there's like 2 or 3 guys who do something special, like there's a jester or a eunuch or a politician. I'd have to be one of them. I'd have to do something lame in Sparta. I wouldn't be defending that wall. I'll be making a fucking deal so that I can go and join Persia and get all those like women or whatever. I don't know. That's probably what I'd do. I would betray the Spartans super hard. I am not a Spartan. Yeah. But no, I'm pretty happy where we just live in a world where nothing ever happens, you know. That's fucking depressing. Apparently, people are actually. Apparently, it's better to live in like a sort of dangerous world. Like no one in like no you know Native Americans were ever fucking depressed because they just it was fucking perfect. They just always had a little bit of stress, a little bit of fear to keep them on their toes. They lived in like this perfect world where occasionally they'd fight, and occasionally, they'd be murdered by a bear or something. But it was pretty good. And yeah, and that's apparently a much better way to live. No one gets like depressed and shit because everyone feels like they do something. I'm reading that book Tribe. You should read it too if you're interested in this kind of stuff. And it's kind of about how it's kind of about disenfranchisement in the modern world. Just like the general feeling of like pretty wealthy, people like are always just fucking depressed because they never have to fight anyone or, whatever. And a lot of people who come back from wars get PTSD, didn't see combat. It's just in the war they had a purpose and everything was kind of, I don't know, you probably felt like more of a man as well, and then you get back here and it's just, my Instagram doesn't have an, it's like, shut the fuck up about your Instagram. It's all that bullshit, and it's just, yeah, it's an interesting book, and it's a feeling I've had for a while that I kind of want to go to war. I feel like that's something I need to do. Like, I'm not the kind of person who really needs to feel manly, but I think there's an evolutionary thing in all of our heads where it's like, yeah, I gotta go do some man stuff. I gotta go kill a guy, I think that's a big part of life. Yeah. Interesting. How did I get here? I was talking about Thor, and now I'm on like, yeah, life sucks, it crushes you, and you never actually get to do man stuff. I think that's why the James Bond films were so successful, because it was at a time when all the James, yeah, did I say films? I mean, yeah, the James Bond films were really successful because it was at a time when men were all entering office jobs and didn't feel like men anymore because they were just sitting at desks, and they were like, oh well, I can escape to this world where this Englishman goes around, shooting people and picking up women with ease. Yeah, it'd be a good time. So yeah. No, but Tribe, interesting book. If you... actually, I think everyone should probably read it a bit, maybe, I don't know. It's fairly short. It's just about kind of, what it means, why people just feel so kind of fucked up about this world that we live in now. Even though it's, like, outwardly perfect. Like, yeah. And there's a lot of interesting research in there, like, about how in the Blitz, people, like, in the Blitz and things in World War II, like, crime rates went down, crime rates and, like, depression rates and suicide rates, they all just went down because everyone had a purpose, and, like, I imagine it's partly because you don't really need to care about all the small niggly things that really get at you, because... well, you're fucking dodging bombs. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening at home when bombs are falling. I think that's probably a big part of it. And then there was another interesting bit which I didn't know because I'm British, so have been taught British side of history. I knew we obviously bombed the Germans like strategically, but I didn't know it was like way worse. Like in the Blitz, it was something like 70,000 civilians died in London. Like, that's a lot of people. That's horrifying. But it's something like 1 million civilians died in Germany when the war started to turn and we went back. Like, they, like, leveled cities in one day, in one night raid of just bombing the shit out of, I've forgotten which city. More Germans died than all of the Brits in the Blitz in one day. It's like, fucking hell, I didn't know that. That's why it's good to read, you learn stuff. Pretty bold statement, but if you read stuff, you learn stuff. Yeah, but no, that's crazy. It's like, wow, man, you really only learn one side of history. Like, obviously I knew that history is written by the victors, but Jesus, we really fucked them up. And there still, 1 million people died, but they still, you know, had less depression and shit, because it was like, yeah, well, you know, gotta dodge bombs. Talking of which, looks like we've got a death wave coming. Gotta throw in some crematoriums. Yeah, burn them. Burn them up. I think I'd be cremated. I don't want to be buried. You know? I want to be cremated and then sent into space. And then maybe, yeah, put me on Mars. Put me in, find Elon Musk's Roadster and put me in it. Just put me on a collision course. I want to die in the fastest car crash ever. Yeah, fuck you, Dale Earnhardt. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, imagine just having a dead person in your shop. That'd be dark. Whew, alright. Yeah, I was talking about how terrible we were in the war. I don't know. You gotta do what you gotta do. Strategic bombing's questionable, but I guess you have to stop their war machine somehow. Yeah. Alright. Is there anything we need? Ooh, I could launch the rocket. Let's launch our rocket! Let's go! Fuck! Yeah! Yeah. Oh, I should turn the music back on. I forgot about that. Can I follow it to space? I should really play that Mars game, but I just haven't got time. And I'm playing Bomber Crew right now, so... Launch! Is it raining? Has there been a... Oh, okay. Will we follow the rocket, or do I need to zoom out? Yeah, I need to zoom out. Lame. Let's turn that music back on. How is that? Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Are you launching right over Poor People Town? Oh, they totally are. It's like China. Apparently they launch over their own people. I don't really know. Well, of course they launch over them, but they like drop boosters on their people. I don't know, that may have just been something I read on Twitter that's obviously a lie. God, I have to say, Twitter's gotten... I don't know, I go back and forth between enjoying Twitter and not. Yeah. But I always look at it. Even when I'm not enjoying it, I'm like, alright, go on Twitter. You know? Yeah, it's part of that modern world shit. I should go to war, then I'll never look at Twitter. I reckon if there was a war, I'd go. If there's like a really important war, like if there's another Iraq, I'd be like, well, what am I gonna do? You know? But if there was like a world war, if it was like, yeah, the Nazis are back, and this time they're even bigger, it's like, oh fuck, Nazis too, electric boogaloo. And then you gotta go and do, yeah, I'd probably do that. I'd probably go. But I'd definitely probably would, you know what would happen? I'd go as like a typist or like a hacker or something. It'd be a modern day Saving Private Ryan or Fury, where they're like, oh dude, we've run out of guys. We need a, and they're like, all we got, man, is this typist. He's just a typist. He hasn't handled a gun ever, but you can take him. That's the thing in Fury and in Saving Private Ryan. I guess Fury just took influence, but yeah, so I'd be the typist guy who comes along, and at first it's like, oh god, this fucking guy, he's all talking about books and shit. Not to say that soldiers wouldn't talk about books, but that's usually the theme of the film. And it's all like, oh god, this fucking, he won't kill anyone. But in the end, I'm the only one who survives, and like, you know, I'm like, go home and tell their story. And it's great, because I'm a typist, so I can type up their story, you know? So yeah, that's, that's the plan. That's what I'd do in World War II. Oh, in World War III, I guess. I can't do World War II, that's already happened. I wonder if I'd go back and kill baby Hitler. You know, that's a big question people ask a lot. It's like, if you could time travel, would you go back and kill Hitler? And it's like, well, I wouldn't kill a baby, because that's fucked up, you know? But people are talking about just going back and killing him. It's like, well, I think they were trying to kill him, man, during the war when he was actually a problem. Like, I think they were trying, you know? I don't think you could just, like, walk in and be like, oh, hey, Hitler. But yeah, I probably wouldn't kill baby Hitler. I like the Vlog Brothers idea, where you put him in an evil baby orphanage, and then, like, they fix him. They, like, love him and stuff, and then he just becomes an artist, and, you know, doesn't hate the Jews, you know? Maybe have some Jewish people raise him. Then he couldn't hate him, you know? I think, probably. That's usually how it works. I'm just solving all the world's problems today, you know? You're feeling depressed? Go to war. You want to stop World War II? You know, get some Jewish parents. Yeah. I put out a lot of fires on in this series. Oh. All right. Oh, yeah. I wasn't up to 3 times speed. How's this working? A lot of people using this? No one. Okay. All right. Complex. People using this? No one. I don't think that's true. I think that's bullshit. There's 97 passengers on here. No one used it. Fuck you. You don't know. Oh my god, stop talking over me. I wish I could, like, there was an option to just play the music. Okay, so the airport thing's broken. It doesn't tell you how many people used them. Hey, a few people are coming in here, though. International airport. Pretty lit. Can I get any more unique buildings? I haven't checked that in a long time. Oh yeah, I could get the, department store. Might as well throw it in. Can I put it here? Oh, it's too big. I don't know. Put it somewhere else, maybe. Oh, I could put in the service office building. Okay, where are my new offices? Didn't I put in some offices at some point? Yeah, there's offices there. Oh, and here. Oh yeah, let's put a skyscraper down on Rome Beach. That'll be nice. Maybe here? It would fit there, which would be nice. Yeah, if I put it kind of like here. There we go. Look at that. That's nice. That's a fancy skyscraper. I've got almost all the unique buildings now. This one I can't get, but I already have. It's right... Where is it? Right here. I've got a lot of cool skyscrapers. No demand for industry. That's rather annoying. That's what caused the last problem. The last, like, depression in my city. Got real dark. Alright. Then throw in some more houses. I kind of need people working over here. Maybe we need to extend Poor People Town, man. I've been saying that for years. We've got to extend West Poor People Town. You know? We've got to have these people disenfranchised hard. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright. Alright. Get a bunch more poor people. Put a lot of money into Poor People Town. I think it's probably worth it. I think it's the problem I've had in my previous cities is people getting too educated and too, you know, getting jobsy. You can't be if everyone worked in an office, who's gonna do the shit? Who's gonna do the important things, you know? Like, I could live without Google, but I can't live without food. Yeah. Oh, I actually applied for a job at Google. Hopefully I'll get it, because that'd be cool. I feel that's the ultimate thing you can do at the start of a computing career. You just go work for one of the massive giants, and then you're just sad. And also because Google's getting a new campus in London, because London's kind of becoming more of an actual technical hub. So they're getting a new campus, and it's like a skyscraper on its side. It's fucking crazy. That'd be cool. But I imagine it's pretty competitive to go work at Google. And also, then, would I not be able to slag off Google? I rarely slag off. I have no problem with Google. Like, I think Google's a good company. Mostly. They do some questionable things. And they do gather a lot of data. But because they don't sell it to anyone else, I kind of don't feel as bad as... Like with Twitter and Facebook, they'll gather it and they'll sell it to whom fucking ever. You know? But with Google, it's like, yeah, we're going to use it in our advertising network, man. You can trust us, because we've really got to be careful about being sued. We're a big company. So I kind of feel like it's not quite so... You know, you're never going to get a Google Cambridge Analytica thing. So I feel like that's a good thing. So yeah, no, I would have no problem with Google. And also, I'm more interested in the technology than the bullshit. Although, obviously, you got to think about if you're going to build something that, like, kills people. Like, the whole Google thing, they were working on, I guess, drone technology or something, I don't know, for, like, identifying people. And a bunch of Google people were like, no, don't do that, because we don't want to be warmongers. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. But for the United States, man, it's not like they've ever... And also, surely if you make, like, facial recognition better, then you're less likely to kill the wrong person? Unless you don't want to be the person deciding who's the right person to kill, which is pretty fair. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could write that software. Alright, what is this? Police headquarters. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. How's our crime rate? Oh my god, how's our fire oh my god. Oh no. I've really got to pay attention more. I've just been happy fucking building shit, not thinking about anything, not dealing with fire safety, just, you know. God, man, you really got to get your shit together. Yeah, we're good over here. Oh, I've been thinking about Mars, as I often do. But I was thinking about when you get to Mars, because, like, unless you're the first person on Mars, you're going to get there, and there's going to be a bunch of people who are already there, who've been there for like 2 years, and they're gonna be kind of like the people who've lived in Hawaii for 2 years and kind of think they're natives, and those people are gonna be assholes. There's no way they're gonna be like noble explorers, because that's always what we think of when we go exploring Mars. We think it's gonna be like the Arctic, where everyone was like, you wanna go to the Arctic? And everyone was like, why would we go there? Isn't it like cold and shit? And they're like, yeah, but we'll be first. It's like, will people know who we are? Maybe. Will we definitely get there first? Who knows, man? I mean, maybe. This could all go wrong. We could all die and no one will know our name. And they're like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it, because it'll be awesome. But at Mars, it's going to be like, you're going to get there, and there's going to be a bunch of fucking assholes who are going to be like, oh, yeah, no, man, I've been on Mars for like, for a couple of years now, but I'm definitely Martian, you know? You wouldn't get it, because you've just gotten here. And it's like, ah, God. Yeah, Mars is going to suck, is what I think. I definitely wouldn't be one of the first people to go to Mars either, because it'd be like, you get there and it's like, oh, what do we do? And it's like, literally nothing. We build shit. I want to build stuff. I want to go there when it's already a cool city, which is why I have to live forever, because I've got to go to Mars when it's awesome. Like, in our lifetime, we're going to see people land on Mars, probably. And it's going to be cool, but after that, it's going to be like, well, I don't want to go there. I'm going to sell all my shit, never see my family again to go and be part of something greater than myself. Lame! I bet I can't even get fast internet out there. So, you know, although Mars vlogger, that'd be cool. I could be very rich. I could be very rich on Mars if I were a Mars vlogger. But you know you're not going to be the first person. There's going to be a million little fucking Jake Pauls on Mars. Like, beating up Martians and shit. Yeah. I've forgotten what my point was, but basically I want to live for like at least 1,000 years so that I can go to Mars when it's like a 2-day journey and I can just hang out for a bit. You know, it'll be cool. I'm not good at committing to things, so I definitely probably wouldn't be one of the first people to go to Mars. Unless, the only way I would be one of the first people to go to Mars is if I was the first person to go to Mars. If they offered me first dibs off the ship, first step off the ship, I'd go. I would be like, alright, first person on Mars, people will remember my name for literally ever. Not something that really matters to me that much, but it would be pretty cool. I'd do that, but I wouldn't just go. Like, you would have to coerce the shit out of me to get me to go to Mars. But I like to see people go to Mars. And I would like to go to space. I think that'd be cool. You know, just hang there, weightless for a bit, see my planet for the first time, be like, fuck, all my problems are so small from up here. I don't know what this accent is. But I guess I talk different in space. What was that? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Mars will suck for a bit. And then it'll just become, you know, like everywhere else and it'll be great. Oh, yeah. I could start a religion on Mars. That'd be cool. Yeah. Start a Mars cult. Start the Church of Tape. I've talked about it before. I think I should start the Church of Tape, because I am a minister. I can do marriages and shit. So, by the way, if you're getting married and you need a minister, I will do it if you have an open bar and you don't have to pay me. I'll even pay for my train. Like, unless it's in America, then you will have to pay for my plane ticket. But if you get married, and you want just some random guy to turn up and do the wedding, and then you want to spend the whole time explaining who I am, you know, just... Yeah, just this is oh, this guy's like a nobody YouTuber, you know, he does shitty videos. Why did I put this in? We don't need this. But yeah, so I mean, I am open though, and it would be free. So, only on the condition there is an open bar. So, you know, I mean, you'll also probably have to like order me a cab to, you know, take me to the hotel after I pass out on your dance floor. But it'll be good. I think you should I think you should hire me. Yeah. But yeah, Church of Tape on Mars, start myself a cult or something. So I really want to play Far Cry 5, but I don't really have time. I don't want to spend 50 quid if I'm just not going to play it, so maybe after I finish my dissertation, because like between my dissertation and starting work, I'm just going to have like a break. And yeah, I'll go and like drink with people and see my girlfriend and stuff, but I'm going to have at least a couple of weekends where I just sit at a computer and play games just until I just pass out, and it's gonna be great, you know? It's gonna be good shit. And maybe I'll take on Far Cry 5. That does look really fun. I love the Far Cry games. I think they've always been amazing. I think they don't come out so frequently like Assassin's Creed that they get shit. And they're always just fun, you know? I played some Far Cry 4 on the channel way back in the day, and that was definitely one of my favorite games. In terms of, like, just running and shooting people. It's exactly what I want, you know? I want to be just some white guy who goes to some foreign country and just, you know, becomes the hero by, you know, fucking shooting a bunch of people. It's good stuff. Although this one takes place in America, right? And everyone's all like, oh, they didn't tackle the political issues. They had such a chance. And it was like, fuck you, do they need to tackle political issues in a Far Cry game? It's to fulfill your fucking white male fantasy, you asshole. Obviously not that it can only be played by white men, but the protagonists tend to be white men, and so the white male fan. Anyway, but yeah, and a lot of people being like, oh man, they had such an opportunity to tackle white nationalism. And it's like, would that have helped anyone? Do you think that, like, white nationalism is only there because Far Cry isn't, like, tackling the issue? Do you think it will be more fun if, like, you'd be like, yeah, now I get to kill white It's like, fuck you! Fuck you, and it's been in development for, like, 3 or 4 years. Like, this stuff wasn't quite so prevalent then. They weren't just gonna, like, pivot towards the, current issues and make it, like, unplayable for some people who don't want to murder white nationalists. Like, it's just gotta be total fantasy of these people who would, like, fucking hallucinated and put into cults. And also, white nationalism isn't a cult. It's just like it's just like an ideology, like a cult, like the Jonestown Massacre, that kind of thing. That's what this is aiming for. You can't just randomly change it to be like a white nationalist cult. And yeah, maybe you could, but what would be the point? Just so that you feel a little better about, like, so you get to feel, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. I don't think games should have to make a fucking political point, especially fun games. Because when a game does anything except try to be fun, it's shit. Story games, like the fucking Heavy Rain, are shit. And fucking, you know, trying to be too beautiful, you fuck up the whole gameplay, make it run at like 20 frames a second because it's got such high textures, are shit. Political statement games are shit. Educational games are shit. You know what's good? A game that's made to be fun. You know what can be educational? A game that's made to be fun that turns out to be, like, educational. Like Kerbal Space Program taught me so much about, like, orbital mechanics and physics and stuff and just building rockets. But it didn't set out to do that, it just set out to be fun. Anyway, that was quite a good rant. Yeah, anyway. People are assholes, and, like, yeah, fuck you, should a game make a political statement. Fuck off. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call that the end of the episode. I think we had a good one. I think we did a rocket launch, build a lot of shit, remembered schools were a thing we needed, and look at all these planes. This is a mad city now. Coming up on 200,000 people. And yeah, you got my thoughts on Thor Ragnarok, how Mars is gonna suck. I don't know, how fuck off do games need to make political statements. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. I also not a particularly political episode. I guess slightly that last bit if you're really looking for politics. But, anyway, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been episode, like, 46 or some shit of City Skylines Mass Transit. I'll see you next time.